The 21st century has witnessed a remarkable geopolitical shift with the peaceful rise of China and the subsequent development of other Asian countries, laying the groundwork for what many envision as the dawn of an Asian century. Amidst this transformative era, renowned Singaporean diplomat, scholar, and author Kishore Mahbubani stands as a prominent advocate for this paradigm shift, earning him the title of the Muse of the Asian Century. Mahbubani was recently in Beijing to launch the Chinese edition of his popular book, The Asian 21st Century, where we sought his insightful perspectives on China's global role and its profound impact on this unfolding landscape. In your book, you discuss the peaceful rise of China and the return of Asia as a major geopolitical force. What potential contributions can China make towards fostering regional and global peace and stability?
On the question of China and why has China risen, right? That's a very deep question. But what is shocking is that many Americans especially are not aware that China represents the world's oldest continuous civilization. At least 4,000, 5,000 years of history. And therefore, China's civilization has gone up, it's gone down, gone up, gone down. And of course, it went down recently in the century of humiliation from 1842 to 1949. But the history of China tells us that when it goes down, it goes down. But when it goes up, it goes up. And China's recovery may last at least another 100 years. And so far, it's only been, 44 years since the 4 modernizations were launched in China, when China began to open up. So China's growth still will continue for a long time, but driven by what I call the Chinese civilizational cycle. And of course, you have good leaders. They've learned the best practices from the West. And when China embraced free market economics, it's quite amazing how China was the first country to propose a free trade agreement to ASEAN and so on and so forth. It shows you how much China has changed and grown and developed. So it was actually when China was underperforming that was normal. And now that China is performing well, that's normal.
Chinese civilization has also long cherished the principles of peace, as evident in the teachings of Confucius and Taoism. And China has a historical track record of not invading other countries as the other Western powers have done. So how do you believe this civilizational, cultural and philosophical foundation can influence China's role in shaping the Asian century?
When China launches the Global Civilization Initiative, the most important word is global. And why is that word important? Because the opposite of global is local. Now, if you look at what President Trump said all the time, President Trump never used the word global. His only goal was what they call MAGA, Make America Great Again. And his only focus was making America great. And if you had asked Donald Trump, do you have time to develop African countries? He used a very rude and impolite word to describe the African countries. And that shows the difference, right? So therefore, in that sense, with China launching global initiatives, I hope other countries will follow China's example and also launch global initiatives, which is what, frankly, the developing world needs. So the more global initiatives there are from China, the better it is for the developing world.